We're speaking with Sally Smith of Buffalo Wild Wings. She's one of the Food Channel pros, leaders with guts. Sally, how do you convince restaurants or restaurant companies that are not members of the National Restaurant Association to sign on?
If they know the benefits that the association provides, it's a no-brainer. From advocacy, which if you're an independent restaurateur, hard to get in front of your congressman or your senator. So that's one of the things the Restaurant Association brings. But then they also have a number of programs that you as an independent restaurateur or as a small business owner with a small chain of restaurants can participate in, from participating in credit cards, in Fishbowl, in working on a health insurance product right now. And I think one of the best ways to convince people is have other members talk to members about the benefits of the National Restaurant Association.
And when you say Fishbowl, what do you mean?
Well, Fishbowl is a marketing program that a lot of independent restaurateurs probably don't participate in because of the cost, but because the National Restaurant Association has partnered with these various vendors. The members of the association can take advantage of rates that they couldn't get on their own.
Have you been involved personally with any of the legislative and advocacy work of the NRA?
I have been. I mean, obviously, that's one of the responsibilities. I'm currently the vice chair of the National Restaurant Association, and I'll assume the chairman position in January, and advocacy is one of the big issues. I've been working with the chairman as well as Dawn Sweeney, who is the CEO and president of the National Restaurant Association, on childhood obesity, and trying to work with different groups, advocates of nutrition with children, Michelle Obama, First Lady Obama's program on childhood obesity, and helping them understand, what the restaurant industry can and can't do with regard to nutrition, and helping groups, whether it's from physical activity to the school lunch program, understand how it all ties in together. So that's one of the programs that I've been involved with recently.
Do you think there's still work to be done for the Restaurant Association in terms of wiping out once and for all the burger flipper stereotype?
Absolutely, and I think if that's the one thing I do, it is to get out there and talk about what opportunities there are in the restaurant industry. A lot of people, food's the common language. Who doesn't like to talk about food? And when I go out and people find out I'm with Buffalo Wild Wings, they'll always say, oh, I wanted a Buffalo Wild Wings. But I think what people don't understand is that there are so many roles that happen in a restaurant, from the server to the bartender to the heart of house to the assistant general manager to the general manager. How many 25, 26, 27-year-old people are running $4 million businesses, their own independent business, all aspects of it, whether you're an independent restaurant or you're part of a chain. I like to think that we have 680 small businesses. Think of the opportunity there is there, and that story needs to be told. I think there's an opportunity to be a lifetime server in a restaurant, and how do we help people realize that that's a great career? If you like taking care of people, why not be in the restaurant industry?
Do you think the restaurant industry gets enough credit for the help it provides during crises like Hurricane Katrina?
I think that's another opportunity for the industry, is to really share what we do. We're pretty good about recognizing companies in the industry. The industry and the association is great about different awards and programs like that. But if you ask the average person about the restaurant industry, they'll tell you about their food experience, but they won't necessarily say, gee, Chain A raised $100,000 for us. I was just reading through some of the things that we've done at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I mean it's every month that when we publish a newsletter, there's 3 or 4 articles about something that either from a community standpoint or for their city or their high school, and those stories need to get out there.
Do you think the National Restaurant Association is a gutsy organization, and if so, how do you think they're gutsy?
How do I think they're gutsy? I do, and I think they're getting gutsier. We had Dawn Sweeney, very gutsy leader of the Restaurant Association. I think taking on and childhood obesity, for example, maybe the industry or the association would have shied away from that in years past, but we realize that there's that it's an issue out there, and why not be a voice for have a voice in the debate and helping everybody understand what components make up childhood nutrition and childhood activity and what's really causing it. So I think it was gutsy, and it was Dawn and her group that pulled the first symposium together.
Where would you like to see the NRA in 10 years from now?
I would like to see the Restaurant Association be recognized as I'd like to see it one of the top 5 associations in the country. But I'd also like people to understand. I'd like it to have more than double its membership. I'd want people to realize it's a place to go for answers, for advocacy, for employment, and really understand that it's there for its members, but it's there for all of the people that are serving in the industry as well.
When you tell people you're associated with the NRA, do they think of the other NRA?
That's the first thing they'd think about is, oh, I didn't know you had a rifle. Yeah, it's a bit of a confusion, and so that is one of the reasons why I try to use National Restaurant Association.
Well, then you'll be right on the money when you take over in January.
I will.